Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. This is the first show of, well, the second show actually of The Way of Divinity. And I got a special guest, in the show today, cousin of mine, family member. And I brought him on the show because he has experienced such things as I have experienced in my spirituality, but he experienced them at a young age as a child. But he has experienced some amazing things, and I wanted to let him talk about the experience he had and how it correlate with the ascension that's happening right now. I want to introduce y'all to my cousin. His name is Jimmy.
What's going on?
Call him Little Cuz.
What's going on, everybody?
Some of y'all may know him from the movie that I did called Righteous Indignation. He's a star in that movie. He's starring Under Pressure and, and quite a few other movies we have done. He's one of my main actors, and they call him Little Cuz.
Wow.
And we want to start out, Little Cuz. I want you to basically, Little Cuz, y'all know I teach, about how you have to basically let go.
Yeah.
You feel me? How you have to basically go back to the 0 point of the nothingness with no thought, because that's where your true nature is, in the emptiness, nothingness, because you're a creator. So by you being a creator, that means you had to start from nothing, and that's your natural state. And when I meditate, I tend to be able to pull myself out of my body. And when I pull myself out of my body, a lot of times I end up in the pure blackness. And then when I end up in the pure blackness, where there's nothing, all I have to do is think of somewhere to go, and voila, everything transforms into wherever it is that I desire to go, and whatever it is I desire, everything happened instantaneously. And I've been teaching about that and trying to get other people to meditate in order to get to that stage and have that ability to be able to pull themselves back into their natural state so they can see where they truly are. And my God, my cousin, the other day we was talking, and I guess
Just a regular conversation.
Yeah.
About
spirituality,
Yeah.
and it took him back to something he remembered when he was a kid. And I'm gonna let him take it from here.
Yeah. When this happened, it was a long time ago. I'm older now, and for years it always, I always remember it vividly. Like it happened yesterday. I know I couldn't have been no more than 5, 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, as a kid, you had a few dreams, a few, daydreams or fantasize. I used to think I could fly and thought I could shoot webs. You know what I'm saying? So you anything's possible. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So you open to more stuff. At least I thought, like say, anything was possible. Wasn't no boundaries, no limit. So. Like I said, I had a few dreams and wake up and was like, oh, I had a dream, but you didn't understand it, but you knew you had a dream. So I remember one night I fell asleep, and just a normal night, nothing special had happened, and all of a sudden, when I fell asleep, it was like I really woke up. But when I woke up, I was in total darkness. And what I interpreted as, and I didn't, being that young, I didn't know nothing barely knew about the moon, you know what I'm saying, and the sun. I didn't know nothing. Had no concept of what was happening. So I end up in just this pitch blackness, and okay, well, if I'm dreaming, where my body? You know what I'm saying? Where all the other intangibles that come along with a dream. This not no dream. So I noticed I was just in pitch darkness, and all of a sudden I started to get fearful. I'm like, and I asked, it came to a thought of mine. I was like, well, where am I? What's going on? And it was like, let me just see what this, and it came back to me. I don't know if it was what you call it, telepathy or whatever, but I was like, you know what I'm saying, this is you. You know what I'm saying? It was relayed to me like, this is you. You know what I'm saying? Well, what is me? You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no body, and it was, from what I interpreted now, I like had no idea then, but I knew it was real. It was like I was consciousness, and then it was like, well, what is, it made it to like, in other words, in terms of, this is real. This is reality. The life you living down there is, you know what I'm saying, not real. In other words, this is real. The nothingness and the oneness. And at the same time, like I say, I didn't know nothing about space. I'm in like, my body, well, not my body, my consciousness is traveling the universe at light speed. You know what I'm saying? Not light speed, because I didn't know nothing about light speed. I'm just here, there. And I guess it was showing me all the universe. And then it was like, well, damn, how long I've been consciousness? How long I've been here? And the motherfucker replied and said, you've been here forever. And I'm like, forever? You know what I'm saying? And then I got scared, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, I thought, you know what I'm saying? So, I woke up. Now I'm like, what the fuck? Now, that wasn't no dream. I was in space. I like I said, I didn't even know what space was. I was somewhere else. And so, being a little bad motherfucker, you thinking, you done had a bad dream. So I go in there and, hey, and I ain't never did this in my life. Only this one time went there and tried to wake mom and dad, hey, something ain't right. Something ain't right. This is, no, and then like I say, I'm a kid. I don't know nothing about nothing. I can't describe what the hell just happened. So inevitably, what happened? Going back to bed. So I'm like, you know what? This is probably, I was told to go back to sleep. I'm going to go back to sleep. I laid back down, and it seemed like, as soon as I even closed my eyes, or as soon as I even just laid down, boom, I was back there. You know what I'm saying? And then it was just an overwhelming, what you would say, feeling of eternity came upon me like, okay, you know what I'm saying, I think I got your attention now, you know what I'm saying, look, you know what I'm saying, I know you're going to get scared in a minute, you know what I'm saying, and try to rave about it, but look, this is reality, this is what's real, you consciousness, you know what I'm saying, you're not meant to understand down there, you don't remember this, you know what I'm saying, you meant to, and then I'm thinking like, why don't I remember this, why I don't know this, you're not meant to remember this, down there where you at, you know what I'm saying, where you chose to travel. You see how you was traveling, going here and there, then the one of the places that you chose to go, you know what I'm saying, and chose to exist and go through, whatever you're going to go through there. And mind you, as this is happening, it felt like I was there forever. You know what I'm saying? It did feel like an eternity. And what I mean by that, it wasn't, because like I said, at a young age, you barely, all you know when it's time to eat, you don't even know about time and keeping schedules, you barely, you don't know shit.
Right.
You barely know when it's time to go to sleep. You just know I woke up and I want some cereal. You know what I'm saying? That bell rang, that's part of the training. That bell rang for school lunch, now it's time to eat. You know what I'm saying? So, but the program hadn't kicked in to the point to where I wasn't aware of what you would say, something above where I was at. You know what I'm saying? And that's the understanding I got. And then it's like, shit, that ain't something that, I ain't even know, like I say, I didn't know. Really now just starting to understand what it is. You know what I'm saying? This was 46, 7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I'm knowing, but as a child that young, you don't know. Like say you don't know nothing. I didn't know how to interpret it. I didn't know how to tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? But I knew then it felt like that where I was at and wherever I went, you know what I'm saying, was more real than this. you know what I'm saying, more eternal and
yes, sir.
And you know what I'm saying? I still gotta like now, and like I said, I didn't meditate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, I ain't like I asked for this shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I remember a few things. You know what I'm saying? You know, trying to like say eat some cereal, trying to go pick a piece of fruit off. But that right there is more real than that. I just gotta like now either figure out how to try to get back there or keep trying to interpret it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Let me tell you, when I was a kid, I had so much paranormal stuff going on in my room because I was the only child for a while. So I had so much paranormal stuff going on in my room till it was retarded. And I'm gonna tell you this: I remember as a little kid, right? For some reason, I used to sit in my room, and I used to always sit back and imagine, what if there was a such thing as nothing? There wasn't no such thing as Earth, universe, people, nothing.
like, what you mean like?
Like nothing. There was nothing in existence. Like nothing existed.
No animals, no earth.
Nothing.
When you say no earth,
No Earth, no universe.
no planets, no stars, no universe.
nothing. I used to sit in my room as a kid and imagine that, and I used to freak out.
But how could there be no? How could there be nothing?
Yeah, what if there was nothing? You know what I mean?
What if there was?
What if there was nothing? And I just sit there and just meditate all the way into the feeling of nothingness. You feel me? And I'm like, wow, nothing? What if there was nothing? You know, and I used to do that all the time in my room. And the killing part about it, what freaks me out is that that's what I'm doing now. It's wrong, and I'm going back to that nothing ofness. You know what I mean? So to me, it was like as a kid, I had left a trigger for myself to help me remember. You know what I mean?
That's what you're trying to figure out.
Like now, I have the abilities to be jumping different dimensions. Like, okay, like when I first started, getting used to it, like going to the blackness, because I've been teaching about this for a minute. But then now I got a witness, somebody who had a witness to the things I've been teaching. That's why I brought him on the show, because well, it's a beautiful thing when you have somebody who witness to the exact same thing that you've been teaching.
Yeah, but like I said, I didn't know it was that, and then wasn't until we got to talking to other. Remember, we was like saying it led into that, and I was like, man, I remember this experience, and I thought it was a dream. And you know, you've been talking to me about stuff for years, but it didn't hit me until what was that last night?
Yeah.
No, yeah, that was
Yesterday.
Yep.
You put the two together.
Yeah, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
Wait one motherfucking minute. You mean to tell me, because like I say, it was more real and comprehended more in my spirit, not in my mind, because like I say up there, your mind, as we understand your mind, I guess we use our mind to function, I guess. Ain't that what you call it? To do things or whatever like that. That consciousness there is shit, light years beyond on the real, but having the, you know, like I say, being a child, you open to it, but you can't interpret it. And now that you can only somewhat or try to interpret it, it's you less open to it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's, you know, you just got to learn how to be open to it. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn that it's built into you. It's built in your body, you know, into your structure, your DNA, whatever it may be, your soul, your spirit, to where all that got to do would be what you would call turned on or switched on, like a pineal gland, or you know what I'm saying? Because like shit, really? Ain't it a few things in our body they don't even know what it's for?
The DNA, like they say, you got a bunch of junk DNA.
Yeah.
But I know from a kid there ain't no way in the world God put a bunch of junk.
I don't necessarily think it's junk. I think they
just
shut down,
exactly,
crossed it out. Like, they don't need that. We gonna take that away. We gonna leave these motherfuckers just enough to function in a bad way. So them crossing out all the good shit, you know what I'm saying, left us with mostly the bad shit. Now, cause that makes sense, don't it? That makes sense. Look. Cause that makes sense.
Yes, sir.
Because if you had it all, okay, like, we're gonna cross this out, and that's gonna make you not live as long. We're gonna cross this out, that's gonna make you not be able to run as fast or jump as fast. We definitely gonna cross them out because we don't want these motherfuckers flying. You know what I'm saying? So, because if all that shit was activated, nigga, put it this way, it's coded in there. Put it this way, I think of it like this too. If we can imagine it in our mind, it's some way that shit possible. That's how I always thought of shit.
Give illustration. Now, illustration how when I go into when I jump dimensions, right? Okay, I'm gonna give you an illustration of a situation that what happened one time. Okay, like one time, because sometimes I can pop in the darkness. You feel me? I can think of somewhere to go and it manifests just immediately. But sometimes I just pop up in a place. Like this time, I just popped up in this open field, big grassy field, right? When I pop up in the open field, you know, by being so real like this world right here, you know what I mean? I thought that's where I was. And then it hit me like, wait a minute now, how did you get here? I mean, did you walk here? Did you drive here? You know what I mean? But I'm in the middle of the field. You know, the grass about coming up to my knees or whatnot. And I'm still trying to figure that out. But at the same time, I'm looking at the grass. And the wind was blowing the grass. But the grass was blowing just a little bit tad slower than real time. It was like it was in slow motion, kind of like. I'm like, what the grass blowing like that for? And then that's when it hit me. Oh, boy, you're going to jump into another dimension. You feel me? So I said, oh, because I was ready for the jump into another dimension anyway, because I said when I did jump again, I wanted to be somewhere around some people so I could tell them how I left my body, you know what I mean, at the crib. It come to this dimension to kick it with them. I just wanted to be able to tell somebody, right? So when I realized I had jumped dimensions, at first I was okay, boom, another dimension. That's why I had to figure out what I was riding on, because I was riding through the field. You feel me? Yeah. And that's when I looked down and realized I wasn't riding on nothing. That's how I was floating through the field.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a whole different movement. Like I said, when I was in that dark space, I'm like, I couldn't. Like I said, it wasn't nothing but black. But I'm looking around too, like, okay, where your body?
But see
it wasn't no motherfucking body.
Because you're not the body.
But then I'm saying it. Then I'm like, I guess it's black. I know the color black. You know what I'm saying, from being, you know, because back in the 70s, you know, a motherfucker made sure you knew you were black. You know what I'm saying? It's 76, 77. Motherfucker, you knew you were black. Right. So yeah, it was about 76, 77. So I was like 4, 5 when this shit happened. And you still got a baby rugrat mind. How the fuck I jumped to another motherfucker? The minute I guess it was just.
You just went back to yourself. But what I'm trying to make is that when I realized I wasn't riding on nothing, I was floating through the field. That's when I said, okay, boom, I want to tell some people that I left my body and come here to talk to them, you know, and kick it with them. As soon as I had that thought, that whole field that I was in transformed into a neighborhood with some people right there. And I just walked over to them, said, man, I left my body at the crib to come kick it with y'all. When the whole field just transformed into what I thought I wanted to do, and people. And then the people I kicked it with, I feel like I know them, you know what I mean? Like because I can't remember them, no names or nothing, but we kicked it, you feel me? And the killer part about it is that everything I thought of manifested immediately. And what freaked me out in that particular experience is that when I was a little kid, I used to have this little round little ball thing we used to sit on with a little handle.
Yeah, I remember,
I used to love that thing, you feel me?
Yeah.
And in that particular experience, I thought about bouncing on one of them things, right? Soon as I thought of it, you hear me? When it manifests immediately, but when it manifests, I was in the air coming down. When it was like, whoa, boom, come down the ball, like, whoa. That's how it manifested. When it manifested, I was in the air, coming down on the ball. But what freaked me out was that it manifested before I was through with the thought. I had just begun the thought.
Man.
You feel me? It was just that instantaneous. I was freaking out like, wow, I wasn't even through with the thought, and I was in the air, coming down. You feel me? In the same experience, I thought about eating the apple. You feel me? And as soon as I thought about eating the apple, when it manifested in my mouth. You hear me? Like it there. I'm like, whoa, because after a while I realized that I thought of eating an apple. You feel me? And I was thought of bouncing on the ball. Yeah. You feel me? So it manifests exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. You feel me? So that's why you gotta be careful when you do go into them dimensions. You gotta be careful what you think. You know what I mean? And when I first started doing that, that's when I realized what Yahshua was saying about you have to purify yourself before you be able to enter into these heavenly realms. You feel me? Because things manifest immediately. You can't be over there creating no crazy mess.
Yeah.
You feel me? They ain't finna allow you over there if you ain't got your mind
You gotta
right.
be on your best behavior. You know what I'm saying? Within, you know, what, obey by the rules of them dimensions. You gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Different rules and laws in them dimensions, exactly. And you have to be able to have your vibration to that level of
Yeah, but I feel as if though, you know, we've done a lot as humans, unintentionally and intentionally and unintentionally, to get away from them vibrations. Because remember how we was talking about Auntie a little bit ago, right? Mm-hmm. Remember how we talking about how used to be all these motherfucking fruit trees and shit, this, that, everywhere like that? Mm-hmm. You motherfuckers ain't finna get nothing just natural and be able to just go pick some fruit and eat that. You know what I'm saying? You finna get in there and microwave you some noodles now. You know, poison your mind, your spirit, your natural things. Because I'd imagine, you know what I'm saying? Could just be realistic. If the shit wasn't, what you would say, manipulated in that fashion, it used to be enough food to where you could just walk around and eat any mother, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, man, we little kids, man. We missing dinner because we fooling off all the stuff around, we jumping trees, jumping fences, getting stuff. But let's do this. So let's go back to the experience you had, right? Let's talk about the voice that when you went in, when you was asking questions, and the response you got back. Let's talk about that right there.
Now, see, that's something I gotta figure out. Because, like I say, when I was, and it was.
Because I'm gonna tell you now, when I let me tell you what happened to me one time. One time I was in meditation, and when I was in meditation, I don't know whoever experienced this before. If you do, hit it in the comments. When I was in meditation one time, a wobbly thing popped up, like a television when the TV then went bad.
Like a
They went wobbly, not the frying.
Signal bad,
not the frying, but the wobbly.
Yeah.
The signal went bad, right?
Like on the old TVs when you would turn.
Right, and it's just wiggling like it does, right? So that popped up, right? I had never seen that before in meditation. And as soon as that popped up, a lady popped up on stage, Caucasian lady, and she was teaching. She said that when you see, in meditation, when you see that wobbly thing like a TV, she said that's the exit point. If you hold your vibration right there, you can exit.
Talking about exit from where you at.
Yeah, you can exit your body.
So in your mind, just...
You can exit your body, right? So boom, as soon as she said that, boom, she went away. Now, I don't remember why I seen it. I don't know if I seen it on TV. I don't know. Yeah. All I know, I only seen it in that vision. Yeah. But anyway, as soon as she went away, I said, okay, boom, hold the vibration right here. So I held the vibration right there, right? And I held it there. And I promise you, man, just like on them pictures you see when your spirit come out the body and they got their head back and they arm back and they chest out like that.
No, I'm saying like just...
I come out just like that. It was like, ugh! I was like, whoa. And I come out in the darkness, in the black. I was like, whoa. My chest out just like that, B. When I come out, I looked around like, whoa. I was in the pure blackness. You know what I mean? And then the voice came. It said, think of somewhere to go. Think of somewhere to go. You feel me? I was like, boom, okay, think of somewhere to go. So now I got a choice. Because before, a lot of times before, they didn't have a choice. I just pop up in different places. So I said, okay, think of somewhere to go. So now I always wanted to travel among the stars and planets. So I said, here's my opportunity to do that now. So I went there and said, okay, think of somewhere to go. So I was thinking about the stars and the planets or whatever. So, man, I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, the stars went to appearing. They just went to slowly appearing. When they just slowly appearing, I got so excited, man, and drooped back to my body, man. You know what I mean? Because I lost the vibration. I got too excited, you know what I mean? But, man, I was so amazed that I was able to go, and, man, it was so amazing, B. But my point is this, what I was saying, really reason I brought that up is because the voice inside, you know what I mean? Like a lot of times, every time I go in there, and I don't know what's happening, that voice comes. It tells me what to do.
It's like you think of a question, and then an answer you be just as quick as you think of it, and the shit like
right, instantaneous answers.
Yeah, okay, that's what I experienced.
Exactly.
And so, but like I said, it felt like I was talking to my damn self.
Exactly, because it is your higher self.
So hold on.
Because it's your voice.
It wasn't.
You know what I'm saying? It's you, but it's your higher self speaking to you. I'm gonna tell you. I remember, I come with this memory. I remember before I come here, I remember being in the darkness. And I couldn't, I just remember it being with me all my life. But I just never knew when it happened. All I know is I remember being in the darkness. And I remember there was a light at the end of this little tunnel. There was a bright light. And I remember that I was getting ready to go through the light. And I remember I was happy and geeked like a kid because I knew I was coming here. And I was like, ooh, geek. I was like, ooh, I can go down there and be wherever I want to be wherever I want to be. And I remember the higher self saying, go down there and be yourself. And I was like, I can be whatever I want to be.
So,
you feel me? And then, boom, that's the last I remember of that memory. You feel me? But I know I was in the darkness. I remember the voice was just telling me to go down there and be myself. You feel me? But I was like, I'm going to go down here and be whatever I want to be. But I was geek, man. Man, I was so geek. I'll never forget that. You know what I mean? And that's the last I remember. You know what I mean? Somehow that memory stuck with me throughout this whole lifetime. You feel me? But I always, as I got older, I was like, okay, now when did that happen? You know what I mean? Because I know it happened, but when? You know? But I know it was coming here because I remember saying, ooh, I can go down here and be whatever I want to be. You feel me? But we not took it back there because I wanted to address that voice in there because every time I go in.
Put it this way, like I said, the way I interpret it now is I was talking to my own consciousness.
Because you are all there is.
No, I'm saying, but listen what I'm saying. It's like I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to my own consciousness. My consciousness is answering his own self. You know what I'm saying? Do that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Let me think about that for a second.
That's your experience, though.
Yeah, I'm saying that's an experience, but it wasn't in the terms of like, you teaching me something, you reminding me of something.
Exactly. Bringing your memory back to you. Give me something.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Right, because they can never teach you that because you already know.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Okay, like you reminding me of something.
Like the Bible say, bring these things back to your remembrance.
It wasn't no outside motherfucker like somebody on the shoulder or I'm asking like, hey, where's this?
Trying to make you remember.
I was answering questions, I was answering my own self.
Exactly.
But it wasn't my body, this body, wasn't like that. It was my own consciousness answering my own consciousness.
Exactly.
Now that's some cold shit. Now, hold on. Do that fucking even make sense?
Yes, sir.
I'm talking about for real?
That's the truth. That's the truth of it all.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes, sir.
I ain't even gonna curse. Man. Bleep that out or whatever. God damn.
That's the truth of it all. See, that's your divine self right there. You feel me? And you can only be reminded of that. You feel me? And that's the whole thing. Like I say, when we go to sleep at night, you're really waking up. And then when you wake up, you're going to sleep. You feel me? And you're trying to remember that you are asleep.
Yeah.
And you're not going to remember what was going on while you were woke because it's in the contract for you not to remember that. So every time you go to sleep, you just remember the dream. And you're not going to remember when you wake up until you raise your vibration to a level until where everything is abundant. When you don't even go to sleep. You feel what I'm saying? Your body will go to sleep, but your consciousness still be going. You know what I mean? And your life will be continuous. It wouldn't be no sleep for you because your consciousness don't sleep.
I just figured out something. It's on subject, but I don't show this up. So now I see that they make you doubt. This is that your higher self. They make you doubt your higher self, your own fucking self. They make you doubt your own self so you can believe some bullshit. God, is that it? On the set?
Yes, sir.
Don't believe your own inner self, your soul. Believe this bullshit over here.
Right. That's when the Bible.
And then what they do to make you believe it is mix in, they just put a little sugar in the Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? It's like they put a little truth in it.
See, it's like in the Bible when it say you turn your back on God and make you think you can do it yourself. That's what it's talking about. You turn your back on your higher self, your higher self, and you think you
to believe some bullshit.
Believe that you can do it
yourself. Like I figured this shit out. Nah, hell nah. So that's what it is.
That's what the Bible says.
So you gotta, but at the same time, you gotta
listen. That's what the Bible tell you. It's not up to you to direct now step. You feel me? You got a higher self that directs your steps for you. That's why it's up to you to direct now one of them. So that's why how they coincide with the higher self.
So really, just listening, you know what I'm saying, as a person just trying to figure it out. So listening to your higher self is listening to we part of the creator, part of the original situation, you know, part of that original thought, part of that original consciousness, right? I'm on the right track. But you lose a lot of that. They separate you from that and have you
Believing all in a lie.
believing in a lie of a whole separate outside entity other than yourself.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
When it's a part of you. Man, we gotta figure that shit out, cuz. Look,
You figured it out.
Let me do that. God, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? We gotta write that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Because that just like you add stuff up, and that's just with a bass knocking. I don't know shit.
That's it's
But this is adding up them experiences and a piece from here, a piece from there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wouldn't have put that shit together about the darkness unless you had knew about it, where they would say, "Hey, well, that's what that kind of."
But the whole key,
God.
the whole key to
God.
put it away, the whole key to my teaching is to make them say, like you just did, I see what you're saying. See, that sticks with the heart.
Yeah.
That sticks with them like that. When they have an I see what you're saying. And I can see it with the third eye. You feel me? And that's the whole key to it. That's how they become
So
more of their divine self.
So what you basically saying? Everybody, now see, I be figuring some shit out too now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got, you know, say it's 1,000-piece puzzle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker, you probably got 300 pieces. You feel me? 700 pieces. Some people, you know what I'm saying? All you doing is supplying some of the missing pieces to help them put their motherfucking puzzle together.
Hip who?
Society, the world, us.
Oh, yeah.
Motherfuckers who looking for knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because remember, I had a piece, I had 2 pieces, then you gave me 3 more, and then that made the 5, and that's how I figured shit out. If not, I'd have thought it the whole time. Because I knew it was no dream, but it was like, you know, I ain't had no definition for it or no understanding of it. But I knew it wasn't no dream because, like I say, I done had a gang of dreams, you know what I'm saying, from a wet dream to a horror dream to a, you know, in, you know, back in the caveman daydream, everything. But you know that's a motherfucking dream.
But I'm gonna tell you this here. What a lot of people don't realize is that higher self and that lower self is really the male and female part. You feel me? The higher self, the female part, lower self, the male part, because you got the intellect and all that, what they call reasoning and all that,
Yeah.
right? So when people call themselves gangsters and they wearing the 6-point star, you feel me? They don't realize that 6-point star represents your higher self and your lower self has come together. That triangle going down represents, you know, and the triangle going up represents, you know, male, female. So when they come together, yoked as one, that's when you can wear that 6-point star because now you have married your higher self with your lower self. Now they're one. Now you can wear the 6-point star, Star David, they say.
But at least knowing what a, you know, motherfuckers wear it, but at least you gotta know what it means.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We was misled and because really we was giving the knowledge of our spirituality in the beginning, but it got they twisted it.
Hold on, you know the cold word for it now, and I've been learning this. They invert it. But if it's supposed to be like that, they gonna do it like that.
Look at this. When I grew up and start doing a gang banging, they want to say, they used to say, all is one. And they used to say, all is well. And then we go into it. Not knowing we just said, hey, I love you. I love you too.
But
we all together. But we twisted in, we said we
like rival chants or like they're saying something negative.
The total opposite.
Yeah, look.
We put the total opposite energy into it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So you saying, y'all would say what?
All is one.
And they would say,
all is well.
And that really means
all is well. That means all is good. We love. We all is one.
Okay,
all
okay. That's like I say, all is well.
That means that everything.
And then the other side say all is one. That really means you supposed to be together.
Exactly.
No, I'm saying, hold on, that. Exactly. Wait a minute. So you mean tell me you motherfuckers
run around saying that bullshit?
Hold on, listen to the words though. All is well.
Exactly.
Like say we on the other side of the river, Mississippi River, right over there. We on the other side of the river, and we, y'all done made the freedom, and we the niggas over there trying to get over, and we need to know coast clear. All is well.
Exactly.
They say all is one. That means it's all good, don't it?
Exactly.
So then, but it was twisted into negative. So that's an inversion.
Mississippi for you. Now I don't know how that was in other places, but in Mississippi Delta, that's how they.
You know what I'm saying, but that's an inversion, motherfucker. But just them words itself don't mean it was different ways of saying the same thing. But it sounds like you supposed to bring all is well and all is one together.
And unity.
I'm saying to me,
and that's what it sounded like. That's what it was. But we had it twisted.
Yeah.
And we was taught it twisted like that.
Yeah.
But okay. But that was like I said, my cousin, little cousin. I had to bring him on because he had experienced that as a witness to some of the stuff I be saying, because I've seen to have many people around me that has these type of experiences. And just wanted to leave everybody with the fact that, hey, your divinity is the place you need to be trying to get to. That everyone need to be in meditation, learning to get past thought forms, because in your natural state, you are nothingness, pure nothingness, and that raises your vibration, and that clears out everything. That's what you call total surrender and denial of the self, and being in the world, but not of the world. And this, I must say to all my beloveds of the self, namaste, and the kingdom is at hand.